So have you all done? Are still doing? Done already? Not yet, huh? Yeah. So the first question, I already explained to you all that. So the answer is B, right? Because it requires continuous monitoring and adjustment, then internal and external environment. So it's a dynamic process, it's ever changing, dynamic. Now, in the strategy management model, which stage is most responsible for aligning organizational resources with external opportunity? Which which part of that? We have formulation, we have implementation, we have evaluation. So which part of the where we align? Like it's also in the notes, strategy formulation. Okay, strategy formulation. All right, it's where we use all the resources to align with external environment. Okay, now number 3, a firm that frequently revises its mission statement in response to stakeholder pressure is most likely emphasizing its strategic concern. Most likely, what? Strategic flexibility. Okay, because they are flexible, they respond to the stakeholders' demands. Now, which of the following situation best illustrates a failure in strategic implement rather than strategic formulation? Failure in implementation. Inadequate employee incentives to support strategic goals. Okay. Implementation. Answer is C. Number 5. According to strategic management model, ethical consideration should be there must be the ethical should be in everything, formulation, implementation, and evaluation. You must have it throughout. It has to be holistic. Ethics, you cannot just say only this part be ethical, the other part be unethical. Cannot. The whole process must be ethical. Understand? Now, number 6. Which statement best captures the relationship between business ethics and long-term strategy? Success. Ethical practices can enhance sustainability and stakeholder trust. Ethical practices, okay, can enhance sustainability, long-term success of the organization. Now, a strategy that maximizes shareholder wealth at the expense of employee safety violates the ethical perspective. This is, you haven't studied this law. The answer you will study when you are doing ethics, deontology, because this is to do with duty law. They don't care about the employee safety. They are only interested in profitability. Deontology. Answer is C. All right. In comparing business and military strategy, which key difference is most significant? So, business strategy will operate for competition. Military strategy will operate for conflict. Yes or not? So, business strategy operates within the competitive and regulatory constraint. Now, which concept is common to both business and military? Which is common? Allocation of scarce resources to achieve objective. 9 is C. 10. A company choosing to sacrifice short-term profit to build brand reputation is most closely following which strategic logic? A is following short-term profit for long-term gain. Okay, number 11. Which factor most distinguish global competition from domestic? 10 is C, 11 is C, because it's very political, economics, everything will affect your business law when you go abroad. Now, when a firm standardizes its product globally to reduce cost, it is, what strategy is there? It's a global strategy because they are going global. So it's a global strategy. Okay, now, which of the following best explains why global competition intensifies strategic risk? Because rapid diffusion of technology and competitors. Answer is C. Okay. Now, number 14. A multinational firm faces ethical criticism for exploiting weaker labor laws. This dilemma arises from what? This dilemma arises from what? Multinational firm faces ethical criticism. This dilemma arises from differences in institutional and legal environment. So different legal environment, some countries, the labor laws are very easygoing. So the laborers can be exploited. Okay. Number 15. Which of the following is most likely to be classified as strategic decision rather than a tactical one? Entering the international market. Okay. Now, if a company fails to respond to disruptive innovation, the failure is best described as strategic inertia. That means they are not moving, they are not evolving. You know, because why? What is disruptive innovation? You all know or not? What is disruptive innovation? Hey, you should know lah. What is disruptive innovation? For example, digital banking. Nowadays, you don't have to go to the bank, right? Everything you use, e-wallet lah, whatever you all are using, yes or not? This is disruptive innovation. A lot of banking people lose job. Yes or not? They lose their job. That is what they mean by disruptive. So you have to, most of the countries want to follow it because otherwise they will lose competition. They will lose. So they follow. Now, which statement best reflects the role of managers? Managers play the role at every level, from formulation, implementation, and evaluation. Managers play the role at all the levels. Okay. Now, number 18. Which of the following best demonstrate ethical dimension? Balancing profit objective with stakeholder welfare. I explained to you all this one during the class, so you should know. Now, number 19. In a highly competitive global market, sustainable competitive advantage is most likely achieved through what? Number 19. You see, right? Unique resources and capabilities that are difficult to imitate. I told you, right? You have to be different from the others. If people can imitate your product, you're gone already. Now, which of the following statements best summarize the nature of strategic management? It integrates analysis, decision-making, ethical consideration to achieve competitive advantages in it. All this I taught you all. Yes or not? Decision-making, ethical consideration, competitive advantage. Okay? So, I think we will stop here. Right? All of you are tired. All of you are working. Okay? So, and tomorrow morning I have a class at 8:30. So, please, my dear students, go back and read